I'm actually going to put together a low carb keto bread. We're just going to put it into the loaf tin. I've preheated the oven, so the oven's sitting on about 180 at the moment, and it's just on bake. So what we'll do is we'll put together our mixture. So I've just got a bit of coconut oil, so I'm just going to put that in the microwave and just soften it up. So we just give that 30 seconds, let it do its thing. With this, with a lot of actually keto recipes, when it comes to making bread in general, you need a lot of eggs. So with this one, we need about 7 eggs. So I'm just going to break 7 eggs into there. We're going to whisk up the eggs so we can get them nice and fluffy. And if you've got a hand beater, a lot easier, like an electric hand beater, a lot easier for you. So you can do that. If you don't, that's all right. Some people use just your old hand beater like so, or we can use just a hand whisk. So it's a bit of so what I'll do is I'll put our eggs in, we'll get it all whisked up, then we'll add our dry ingredients, get it all together, then we're going to add it to the tin. So I've got this non-stick tin. When you're making most keto breads or any low carb style of bread, this type of tin is quite wide, so the bread will be quite thin, you know, maybe just over about 1 inch. So you can actually buy silicone molds that are actually a lot narrower and better. Okay, so we I'm just going to use this today, and we're going to use it to make a couple of salad sandwiches and that. Okay, so if you want one of these, they're normally about 10 or 12 bucks at Countdown. If you can find the silicone ones, like you can buy them online. I think Briscoe's have them. They also do the donut molds and those, or a lot of other molds as well. All right, so we'll get these eggs in. So we're looking to about 7 eggs. So I'm just going to move this up here. Okay. And we're going to, with the ingredients, there's not many ingredients. We've got two cups of almond meal there. Okay, we've got 2 cups there. We've got 2 tablespoons of coconut oil there that I've just melted. And we're going to need about 1 teaspoon of baking powder, which I'm going to put in there. So I put all the dry ingredients into a separate container before I mix it with the eggs. Okay. So let's get rid of that. All right, so I need 1 teaspoon of, so get all that ready. Even the butter, I've got to put it into the microwave, soften it up, and that will go in just like the oil in that, and they cook together really well. Okay. Okay, so in this recipe we use a product called Xanthan Gum. You don't need a lot of it, but we use it in desserts, all sorts. It's a binding agent. It creates, so when you're making a custard or a really low carb custard, this is the thickening agent. So even if you're making, say like a soup or something and it's too watery, you only need about 1 teaspoon or less. It's best to start with less and work your way up to it, and it'll thicken up whatever you're doing with your cooking. So with this, we're just going to add half a teaspoon. This can be purchased. I think I got this one from Pack and Save, and it's just a little container, but it lasts for a long time. Okay. So it's quite a handy to have in all your baking. All right, And then also we're just going to add a little bit of salt in there. So it's not a pinch of salt or... Alright, so we're going to do that. Just soften our butter a bit more. Okay, so like I said, you can use this if you've got patience. And we just want to really fluff up those eggs. You get all those nice air bubbles there. This is also going to help when baking the cake. Those air bubbles will remain. Alright. So I'm just going to add the oil in there. That's our coconut oil, 2 tablespoons. Going to mix that through. Now remember with the butter, after you've melted it, don't add it too quickly. Don't want to curdle your eggs. So just add a little bit and then just mix it in. Add a little bit more. A lot easier with our electric hand beater. Okay, so we get this bread in, and then we can start getting into the other simple lunch ideas that we've got ready for you. So you got heaps of nice air bubbles in there. Okay, there's all our butter in there. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do there. I'm just going to put these in the sink. So there you go. You'll see how it's nice and fluffy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this instead and just mix all out. Okay. And we're going to start mixing it in to form our batter. Really want to get it mixing really well. Alright. And it takes about 45 minutes for this to cook in the oven. Pays to keep an eye on it. Each oven's different. I've worked with heaps of different ovens, and sometimes these can cook a lot faster or they cook a lot slower, depending on the type of oven that you're using. But it's a yummy bread. It'll be nice and fluffy. Okay, let's just put it all in there now. Put that to the side. Okay, and you'll see it's starting to get nice and thick. This is where the electric hand beater will come in handy, because it gets pretty hard. But real simple ingredients. The other thing you can do, so you know, we always hear about how bland some of the low carb breads can be on that. You can add different herbs and spices into the actual batter mix. So even with this, we could actually use a little bit of cheese, which I'll do. We'll just put a little bit of cheese in there. I wasn't going to do this, but it's quite nice. So you mix it in. and it also increases the amount of fats that you're providing to the bread, which is hopefully going to fill you up a lot more. So that's mixed in really well now. Got a good batter. I'll give that a rinse in a second. So we'll just bring our tin over. Okay, so we're just going to pour that into there. Okay. So the reason why we started with this was because this actually takes the longest to cook. But once you've made one, it gets easier and easier and easier. Okay, and there you go. So we've got our bread mixture ready to go, if you can see that, hopefully. Okay, so we're just going to pop that in the oven. And I've got a timer set for 45 minutes, but it pays to check it at the halfway point, just to make sure everything's going okay. So you would have heard the ding before. Good news. We have a bread. So I'm just going to turn the oven off. So you'll see there we've got a nice bread. You saw how easy it was to get that mixture going. So there we go, we've got a nice bread. It's got a bit of height there. Now I just realized as it cools, it's going to sort of flatten out a bit. All right. So it looks amazing right now. So let's get a photo of that. I'll just put it over there to get a photo of it. And then I'll bring it back over here to cool. Okay. So where's the other bread? Oh, there it is. Wait. So just flip this over, and you'll see our bread has got it's like you can feel that it's still quite hot, quite warm. So all we're going to do, I'm just going to move these to the side, and we're just going to sort of let it continue to cool down, and that'll be one of the last things we do. Okay, I'm just going to put this over here. Just grab another tea towel. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on the tea towel there. Okay, but it looks great, hey, it looks great. Really nice. Alright, so we started our day off with that, and it's turned out really nice. Okay guys, so the bread is nice and warm still, that's fine. What I will do is just show you what I mean about the bread. So as you can see, it's quite narrow. You can toast this and use it for, like, if you're doing like soups and that. These are great for dipping. But if you like want to make a couple of sandwiches, the other way to do it is just cut it long ways and then cut it down the middle, and you'll get about 4 to 5 sandwiches if you do it right. Or you can just cut it nice and thick, like so. Got a nice couple of big pieces there. I'll grab a bread and butter knife. So while it's still hot, guys, the butter will just, I'm just gonna, you can sort of see the butter is just, so I'm just going to put these over here to the side. But really nice and moist. It's held together really nice. And the thing with that is the process that we put it through when we fluffed up the eggs and we tried to give it a bit of air. And that's what's happened. It's given it that air. Okay. So same again. And just put that bit of butter on there, just let it soften up a bit. So this could be good for like school lunches. You know, make a nice salad sandwich. You know, you can get quite a lot of different ways of doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoop out of here some of the mayo that we have already made. Okay, and just put it over the bread. We have on the our page, on our low carb healthy whānau page too, there is one of the recipes sections there that offer like 7 different condiment options. So you have tomato sauce and all that on there as well. So use one of our eggs. Okay. And then I'll put some ham on there first. So, like I said, this is really nice ham. So, sorry, I can't do it quite like Subway, but we'll try. Alright, make it look nice. Okay, so we've got that there. So with the egg, I just slice the egg. And what we do is we just slide that on there like so. Make it really nice. And remember, everything we've done today, we've actually just made ourselves. We haven't actually had to do anything different. We've just done it all ourselves. Now you can add a bit of like you can do onion rings. You can add a bit of onion if you want. Add a bit of red onion there. So you only need a bit. You don't need heaps. And you just put it over there nicely. Okay, the lettuce. So remember I was saying we've got a bit of lettuce here. So we're going to add a bit of lettuce. And then, so I'm going to put that lettuce on there. And then we're actually going to finish off with some sliced cheddar cheese. A little bit of cheddar cheese. Doesn't have to be thick, just nice. Okay. And like I said, if you want more mayo, add more mayo. You could probably even add some of that if you really wanted to. And there you go, you've got a nice salad sandwich. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Tomato. Gotta have some tomato as well. Put the tomato like so, and a bit of cracked pepper. Now it doesn't look like much, but it's actually really filling. Okay, so have a go. You could even do this as toast, avocado and toast, really yummy. Toast and just tomato, cracked pepper, really yummy. Or cut some cheese, put it in and melt the cheese over the bread, and again, really yummy. Add some salt and pepper. So you've got some good variations that you can do with your bread, and at the end of the day, we're still maintaining our low carb keto theme, and you know, it's really simple. So there you go. So you got a sandwich, really simple. You know, that's pretty jam packed there. It's got a bit on it. So